Hey, what's up guys? SkillsWG here. Welcome back to Replay Review. Let's go. Let's go. We back in it, everybody. We're back in it. And today we have another replay for us to look at. And this replay is from Sensei something else at the end there. And they said they are a plat at 1754. And he says, I think I have a problem with edge guards and attack follow-ups. Alright, so we're gonna have a little bit of an issue with this because it's hard to see, in my opinion, hard to see what you're doing wrong when you, if you can see at the bottom here, the guy ends up two-stocking the guy. So the guy's not very good to show out what's going on. So we'll try to see what we can do. If you guys are sending me replays for me to look at, make sure it's one from where you lost, so that it's someone that's better than you, so it's easier to see what's going on. And people who are better than you can easily point out your faults, but they're not always easy to point out, if that makes any sense. Like you may not know you're doing it, but it's easier to see what you're doing when you do it. All right, so here's a tip for you from a bow person. You did a pretty good edge guard almost here. So you did a down air followed by a jump side air. What you do again is another jump down air. So the reason it worked is because the guy did multiple jumps right after you hit him, right? So you hit him, he jumped. Look at that jump right there. Hit him again, you're expecting a jump again. So if you did a side air and a jump down air again, you probably would have gotten him pretty out there. So he was a guy who jumps after he gets hit. At least at the beginning he was. So yeah, it's a little tip you could have done to edge guard a little better. You could have either done that or jumped back up and waited for him a little bit more longer to see where he was gonna go. Because you could have, if you did a jump like that and he side aired into the stage, you could have ground pounded also. And this is something I have also a problem doing, getting on stage. So I think you did this twice here. So you got him off stage. She's got on stage, okay? He got on stage. And then you did it. That one's fine because you did a little drift away, but then you're getting on again and or you're off stage, you do a jump sider again. So multiple times you're trying to do a jump sider to get on stage. It's only works a few times, I've figured out. If they're pretty good players, they're not going to be in range to get hit by that stuff. So you gotta be careful of throwing them out all the time. The good thing about side air and bow is that it's pretty quick. But yeah, try to be careful jumping and side airing onto stage every single time. I saw they had a dodge in there. That was pretty good. What we could have done there is you could have dodged in, and let's see, right about here, right here. You could have dodged in. I guess the problem is you dodged, but you could probably done a side air right after that or a side light, because instead of you just kind of turned around and got hit. Now, see that follow-up right here is very good. That's a follow-up after like a lot of moves with bow and neutral air is very good. Jump, you see that? That was a very good follow-up. I like that. I do that a lot myself, so use that a little more often. Use a dash jump nair or something like that. So I think I'm looking at this a little weird. I'm thinking that if this was a better player, you either would have not hit him or got punished, because you did very good by getting away from the side light like that. But it was quite a while. Let's watch it in full motion here. It was quite a while before you actually did the side light. Like doesn't seem that long, but it's long enough where the guy could have spot dodged or something. And that was a good follow up right there. Once again, he did another jump right after, right? I'm pretty sure he did another just jump after he got hit, fell down, and he jumped right up, back up. Pay attention to them jumping, but they start jumping less the better you get. This whole ordeal that's going to happen right here, this wouldn't happen if you're playing a better player, because you would have you'd have probably gotten punished for doing this. He just doesn't, that guy you're playing just doesn't play. He might not even be a platinum. He probably is a gold or something like that. So you're trying to show me how you're playing against a gold. Doesn't really show me how you'd play against someone who's better than you. You know what I mean? So that's why you gotta give me some of those who are better you know, better than you kind of games. Because right here, look at this. Right here, he's gonna do pretty much nothing. Nope, maybe it's not right here. Right here, look at this. Look at that. Did you see that? Did you see what he just did? He just like walked and did nothing. Jumped, walked, did nothing. No one does that. So right here, let me see. Let me try to think of what I would have done in that exact situation. Oh yeah, okay. See right there, I would have backdashed or side-lighted or something. So I'm trying to just feel out what I would have done. So right there, I would have maybe backdash, side-lighted, even though I probably wouldn't have hit him. Something I would have done. But I wouldn't have been in a position to get hit either. Like what you just did there. Now I would have been right here, right? If I backdash side-lighted, you'd have dashed that. Boom! You're in position for me to hit you. This person just literally walked slightly forward and did nothing. Like he just didn't even attack. That was a good down air. Down air is fun on bow. I love it. Yeah, see, this whole end gameplay was really good. Like, I don't know what, see, that's the thing. You said you'd have no problems following up, or you're having a lot of problems following up, but you showed me following up. That was a good sig, too, honestly. Good sig. You just hit everything, but a gold, see, that's right there, look at that. Someone who, like, what was that? What was that play? You wouldn't have probably hit another person who was a higher rank. I mean, it could have still happened, but that guy just did a reverse gravity cancel downlight. Like what? So, anyways, that's about all I can do for that one. We're gonna go on to the next one. Sorry I couldn't get more information, but we'll go on to the next one. The next one is also a plat player. This is by Cheyenne Kareth. He's actually been in my community for a very long while, and I'm happy to see him. He doesn't really play as much anymore, but he still says he's never been able to hit that diamond. I'm a plat that never could get diamond. My biggest problem is being reckless attacks missed, and that reckless attacks that get missed that get me punished. Ooh, okay. Moving to punishable spots, poor off-stage gameplay, including getting back onto the stage. So we'll see what's going on here. This is a strikeout, so you're not going to see the same characters the whole time. But yeah, we'll see what happens here. All right, so the first thing I already noticed is something I do all the time and is super punishable is you dodged right in. Right? I have this problem all the time. Look at this. Dodged straight in, and he punished it. He didn't even get the jump sider off, but... and then... Let's say you got hit and you immediately jumped and recovered. You missed the ground pound, but you definitely could have gotten hit by that with the jump recovery because you immediately, it's one of those things, you get hit, you want to recover the stage fast as you can, but you shouldn't all the time. And that was one of those cases you could have actually almost gotten gimped right there because you also used your recovery. So be careful using your recover immediately. One of the problems I still have a problem with also is doing that. So just keep an eye on that. Don't jump all the time. We'll see if what happens multiple times during the clip here. All right, so there, even though that was a little bit different, you still dodged right in. So you hit there, dodged in. So that was a little better one because you did a little jump up and dodge to the right, but still a dodge in. So keep an eye on that once again. Now I think you did really good here. Keeping this guy off stage. Look at this, reverse, perfect, good. Now, right here is good. I mean, I like this idea. Like, you expected her to dodge through, and you would have punished her easy, right? Now, right here. Now, this part right here, okay? So, you're trying to get back to the stage, right? A lot of fates do this. They stay on the stage and do a down sig right here. So, the thing is, you want to... What he's going to do is he's going to dodge right in. He's going to dodge from here to here, which is pretty much going to hit by the sig. And the reason that he does that in normal people's brains is that you think this person may jump and attack you or sidelight you from this position because you're in like the aggressive territory where you can dash in and attack. So you're going to dash in expecting to dodge through the character and dodge their attack and then maybe punish them from behind when in fact they just stay there and use a down sig or fake it and they still get punished, right? One of those dodging in and through the opponent things that you do a lot. I do a lot. That we need to, you could have done something different. You could have dodged straight up, dodged up and angled, gone to the wall down here. Could have done any of that, but dodging in is a very common, and it's a common thing that a lot of people have to get rid of, especially in plat areas, because it's actually one of the things that I find about plats I punish them a lot of, is doing that, dodging like that. All right, so Cheyenne, I don't know if you are a Rocket Lance character. I noticed that you have Algrim and then Orion next, but if you play a lot of Rocket Lance, especially in this spot right here, use your recovery early, like way out here, outside the map, so then you don't have a chance of getting in a bad position. Recovery is not great on Rocket Lance, but it is good for far away because they can't usually hit you. And use those side airs to get close. So you used a recovery right here, and she got, because the recoveries on Rocket Lance are so easily predictable, they're sometimes hard to punish because of the long Rocket Lance, but if you're in the right position, you can find out and you can punish that pretty good. So that's why I do it from far away. But because he did it so close to his opponent, they just kind of got into a position where he got hit, and that kind of got him off stage. That was one of those punishable position spots you're talking about right there. It's just, you could do, I've seen him do a little tiny recovery from here, like use like a quick recover, boop, right out of the ledge. Use them way out here myself, and using side air and other moves to get back to the stage. A little better than having recovery so close to your opponent, because I've seen a lot of people do like recovery right here. They start right here. Let me quiet this music down just a little bit. They do recovery right here, and they try to go over the edge. But if I'm standing here, I can use a signature to pop you. I could jump side air you. You know, like if you're gonna do that, it's pretty predictable and very punishable. So yeah, just keep an eye on that. Aha! You did it. You dodged down. Good job. Now this is, I think this is more of a reaction, but you went up and you went dodge down. That was good. I like that. Try to do that without reacting and just doing. So this, I believe, was one of your reckless attacks. Right here. This next thing. Like that. Okay, so it was, I think it was a reckless attack because there's a couple things she could have done right there. Let's see. Let's see what happens at full thing. So their dodge is gone. Right? She could have, the only thing she could have done is dashed forward and you would have been hit. But the rest of the stuff is just, it was just a super hard read you didn't want to do. Like you could have done a neutral air here that might have hit her, or fast falled and done a down air closer to you, because a down air closer to you would have also, so you jumped really high here. If you did if you fast fell on top of her head and did a down air, it would have also hit a dash forward. Okay, but I guess you fast fell a little bit, but just barely missed. Maybe it was just a, you know, just close, but not too close. But I think that was like one of those, like you could have jumped up again, try to see what she was doing, and use your pressure of being, having her dodge me down, having her in a vulnerable spot right there. You could have used that pressure of jumping and trying to figure out what she was doing to punish the next move she does. So I'm not a very good throw weaponer guy, but definitely what I like to do if I ever do this is I like to fake throwing it away towards them by going out there and throwing it back at the stage. A lot of people like to go for that edge stage, especially with Rocket Lance. It's got that huge hitbox, right? You could just throw it back at the stage, and if they were to go that way, which she did, you would have hit her. She didn't. You could have gotten punished for doing that too, but you see the jump, just throwing straight down. Just an idea to throw out. It could help you. Actually, that was something good though. So something good with that followed up by something that you could have had a little bit of help on. So you did this. Look at this. That was a good follow up. But right here, wait a second. This is where one of those aggressive attacks. Once you hit, you did really good. You hit them there. You saw that dodge up. You got them there. Now that was it. You did this down light side air. You got the true combo on. If you did a weight in a like a jump away again to see what they were gonna do, you might have been able to continue a combo and also not get punished right here. Sometimes like you have to, once you got your true combos down and your really good reads that you just did, if you don't know what they're gonna do, try to back off and wait and see what they're gonna do. Try to react. Because there's sometimes if you see your opponent, you're like, he's done 3 down dodges, I'm gonna do a side light after all this and I'll more than likely hit him. Do that. That's a hard read. It happens a lot. Like dodging in. If they dodge in a lot and you notice that, prepare for that dodge in, do a hard read. If you don't know what they're gonna do, try to wait and see what they're gonna do to try to get that information in. And then it's okay. I did a, like right here. Okay, let's go over what we just did here. Okay, so boom. So first of all, he got hit and he jumped immediately. And then watch this. So boom. And then maybe he's gonna jump immediately again, which he does. So you could have waited if you knew he was gonna jump immediately. Jumped right there. Instead of doing another falling side air, you could have jumped and done another jump side air. Right? And a lot of people like to jump after getting hit immediately. So if you waited and got the information, maybe next time you did that, he would have done that. We'll see if he gets hit and then jumps again. Right there. Well, that wasn't a jump, but it was still a recovery to get him out of that situation, right? So he gets hit and he recovers. So it's still another, you could have done a jump side air because you got that information that he likes to jump after he gets hit. So that was one of those cases again right here. You got hit off the stage. And then use your recovery first, right there. Oh, you can't see it, but he's right behind my head. Right there. Use that recovery first. So you almost actually got killed again. Right there. You almost got hit. You didn't, luckily. You still died from this. But if you used a recovery all the way out here, and you would able to use the whole thing, you would have made it back. But you had to use shorten recovery right here because he was so close he was going to punish you, right? That's how you feel. You're out here, and you're like, okay, I'm jumping close. Now I got to use recovery, but if I do it too much, he's going to punish me. And he would have, too. He would have punished you if you got any further. But then you died for it. So, use that recovery far out. Ah, yes. See, there it is. You did a side air, falling side air. But it worked this time because you hit him at such a low part of that side air that it worked. And he did jump immediately again. That was pretty nice. A tip for the spear if you are playing spear. He dodged. Did you see that dodge right at the beginning there? So right here he dodged. So you know what that means? You got true combo easy. You got that side light, you got down light, and then you can do gravity cancel, down light, followed by a jump side air, all true. Instead you did a recovery that missed. So it's just a little extra damage you could have put on him. One thing I do notice about your gameplay, and probably a lot of plats that just don't realize it, is that they don't use fast falling very well. The movement seems okay at first when you're looking at two guys playing at the same speed. But there's like no fast falling. Look at both of those guys are really slow. See how they're all just jumping around, little fast falling, a little bit here and there, but not a lot. When I'm playing, I'm fast falling all my jumps like all the time. It makes the speed of the game a lot faster. And there was a good fast fall right there. No fast falling. Ooh, and then the ground pound. That was kind of a luck ground pound on his part. It was a close game. It was a close game. All right, so here we go. This is what I'm gonna give you guys for tips for the plat. Your movement is slow, and you gotta work on. You really gotta get in training mode and work on fast falling, dashing, dash jumping, where you're gonna go, and trying to let's just focus on that first. So in order to get better at this, go in the training mode. Look at like. You've never seen any of this kind of movement from either of those players, right? They were just not happening. I don't do it. I do this like all the time. Using dashes. and fast falling. I use dashing all the time. I actually probably more than I should, but I still use dashes all the time. And you just get around moving around the stage so much quicker. That's what makes the difference. That's why it makes plats look like they're doing okay on their strings and good on trying to follow up with certain things. Dodging is okay, but once it comes to like movement, you're just slow. And then once you are getting beat out by the slow, or like the other person is doing fast movement, you just are like gone. You just can't do anything. So the dodges you were doing feel good at when you're playing against that level, but you play someone who's fast paced, moves real quick, then the dodges feel like nothing. Because like say the core, let's just get him to dodge in here. You always know dodging in is, let's see, we want left. So dodging in is his thing, right? If we do like a side light and we see the person dodging like that, so you're expecting to dodge in because you are used to this dodging and working. You're used to like your people going like this, right? Or something like that. When a higher level player can go like this, and then they can punish you. Actually, no, they can even go even further beyond that. Just like that. And they just, look at you. That guy's in yellow health from white. Because of one dodge read. And you think that one dodge read, not saying this one specifically, but you're saying a dodge that you used to doing really well against opponents is all of a sudden gone. And that's also the thing right here, right? So let's say you get knocked up in the air. And most of the, like, let's say Cheyenne's at the end there. He said, or he was one of the things he's like, one of the things I said to him, rephrase, was that wait for your opponent and see what they do. So you can do like, use your movement to be aggressive rather than your actual attacks. Because the actual attacks in this game they're punishable, right? They are very punishable. I'm not honestly sure if what I said made sense just a second ago. That might be cut out. What I'm saying is wait for your opponent to do something and then attack after that, okay? Sometimes that is the best strat to go. More of a reaction than a read. And doing that in certain situations, ones that you just have not enough information on, is the way to go. So I had enough information to do a read there because I knew he was going to dodge in. Because I had a feeling he was going to dodge in. If I didn't know he was going to dodge in, I would have waited. And then I could have waited. Because sometimes what people do, right, is you attack and say they dodge in. And then let's see if we get this guy to attack a neutral. Like that. Sometimes, even though it didn't work as well, sometimes they like to come in, dodge in, and then attack. Then you have a free attack on them. Just because you waited a second. Literally not even a second. Just a few little bit. Yeah, so I think that's what you should do, Cheyenne, to really get a little better, is work on your movement, fast falling, and using that as being aggressive, and then being more patient on your attacks. And because making your movement more aggressive and on top of them will make them mess up more, you can really punish them like that. Doing that will also make your aggressive moves that you said you were having a problem with and positioning a lot better. If you can move in a position faster and better than your opponent, you will have always better positioning than them. And you'll be able to get away from certain attacks because you know where they're going to be, and you can get out and punish them for it. Alright, so let's talk about a little bit about getting back to the stage. So especially Rocket Lance, I said use it out here. Look how far I can use it here, right? I didn't have an extra jump because I'm trolling, but using that Rocket Lance way out there means I have no, like, I could just come back right here, right? If I, oh, almost had it. Anyways, I had like so much more room to do so much more stuff just using the recovery at the end there. And then you have just so much stuff you can do to mix up your opponent. And then mixing up your opponent, so using it right there. Look, someone could just jump side air off the stage right here. Boom, you're dead. Using it way out there, it just won't happen. But that's only with Rocket Lance. A lot of other weapons don't have that ability, but they have like good recovers. Like this, right? So that's just mainly for Rocket Lance. But because Rocket Lance also has side air to get to stage. When you're trying to come back to stage, think of the multiple different ways you can get to stage. And try to think of it while you're recovering, okay? There's literally, you can go to the bottom of the stage, go to the wall. You could go way up high and just like juke your way back onto the stage like that. And you can just go right at the middle here. But staying like patiently waiting, right? Which is like there's two different ways that like I edge guard somebody. There's one which is right at the wall. They like to jump right to the wall and stay on the wall, and that's pretty common for lower rank people. And then the other ones are the ones that try to get to the wall and get back out here. And what to do with that? I'll go way out here and then just expect them to jump off the wall, do a ground pound right offside the wall there, or expect them to jump off the wall like that and just go like this, boom, side air off the stage. So try to mix up those different opportunities to just get into the wall, getting up, getting over here, attacking your way on, or jumping, getting really high and going outside. But if you do one too many times, you will get punished so hard. You have to mix up multiple ones like that, okay? Because I have seen so many people who want to get to the stage by doing this, and all I do is go at them like this, side air them. I'm way up here, I'm side airing them. I'm expecting them to jump again, side air. Or if they get too above me, I just recover them like that, and they will die. Because here's the thing, a lot of people go up there like this, and they try to dodge through you to get back more on stage. You just expect that and you'll get hit. So you can't do that every time, because one time you get on doesn't mean the second time you'll get on. Or the third time. So go down here, side light on, stuff like that. Just different, those are just some different ideas for you to get back on stage a little bit better. Also, yeah, worry about using your attacks to get on stage too, because if you have only attack left, like that, dodge onto stage, attack. Alright guys, but that is going to be it for today. I hope I made some sense. If I did, well, that's good. If I didn't, hit that like button. But anyways, thanks guys very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget the sub button if you haven't subscribed already. And we'll see you next time. Peace!